into the temple
Go ahead.
to signify the accomplishments of the days of purification.
So Paul took the men and signified his couples of the day of purification. Go ahead.
Until that, an offering should be offered for every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And when the 7 days were almost ended, the Jews which were of Asia, when they saw him in the temple, stirred up all the people and laid hands on him.
Yes, sir. They wanted to get Paul, want to lay hands on him. What verse you at?
I'm at 28.
So they know that Paul, believe me, Paul back in the day used to kill Christians, kill Israelites, and they remembered this, that Paul, that's why Paul couldn't be the apostle. He couldn't come in and minister to a lot of Israelites because they remember Paul went inside churches and robbed churches. He helped kill Stephen. He was standing there watching Stephen being killed, being stoned. Paul was a deadly joker you didn't want to mess with. And he couldn't be the apostle. He couldn't do too much ministry with our people, the Israelites. What verse you at?
28.
Go ahead.
Crying out, men of Israel, help, this is the man that teacheth all men everywhere against the people
Yes, sir.
and the law in this place. Further brought Greeks also into the temple and have polluted this holy place.
Now understand, they were like mad at Paul because Paul brought the Greeks in. Back in the day, the Gentiles couldn't come inside the temple. But God showed Peter in a dream that you shouldn't call no man common and unclean. And he brought, what his name is? Cornelius into the temple. He brought Cornelius into the fold because God said, look, salvation is for everybody now. Keep going.
For they had seen before with him in the city Trophimus,
Go ahead, man.
an Ephesian, whom they supposed that Paul had brought into the temple.
Go ahead.
And all the city was moved, and the people ran together,
Mm-hmm.
and they took Paul and drew him out of the temple, and forthwith the doors were shut.
They took him and got him out of the temple. What are they going to do to him? Go ahead.
And as they went about to kill him, Titus came unto the chief captain of the band,
Mm-hmm.
that all Jerusalem was in an uproar.
So Titus came out, he wanted to question Paul. Jump down to verse 36. Listen to what happened and how he described Paul. 36, go ahead.
For the multitude of the people followed after, crying, away with him.
Mm-hmm.
And as
The people
Paul,
say, get away from him, kill him. Go ahead.
and as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek?
You're like, can you speak Greek? Meaning he was speaking English. Greek. Go ahead.
Art thou that Egyptian, which before these days made us an uproar?
Wait. Paul was confused of being an Egyptian? He said, art thou the Egyptian? Paul ain't no Egyptian. Paul come from the tribe of Benjamin. He's an Israelite. They look the same. The Africans or the Egyptian and the Israelite look the same. He thought he was an Egyptian. And we seen what color Egypt was with King Tut. Go ahead.
Art thou that Egyptian, which before these days made us an uproar, and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers?
Mm-hmm.
But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus.
Wait. He's a Jew? Why he had to tell him he was a Jew? They had it confused. What confused them? The color. What are the Israelite? What color the Israelite? Black. What color the Egyptians? Black. Color all over this Bible. You just got to get somebody to teach you to read it. Go ahead.
But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus,
Mm-hmm.
a city in Sicilia, a citizen of no mean city.
Go ahead.
And I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people.
Because Paul was a Benjamite. He from the tribe of Benjamin. He wasn't no Egyptian. Because you cannot change your spots. Let me show you what God told us in Jeremiah about our color. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 13. Jeremiah 13. You can't change your. Not back then you couldn't change it. I don't know about now. In joker strip themselves of metal and put all this makeup on their face, boy, you think they white, or you think they black. But this all ain't telling us, man. Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Listen what he say about the Ethiopians. Go ahead.
Can the Ethiopian change his skin? Or
Can the Ethiopian, who's the Ethiopian?
Yes.
The African. Can he change his skin? Go ahead.
Or the leopard his spots?
Uh-huh.
Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
God telling me, asking the question, a leopard can't change his spot. An Ethiopian can't change his skin. So why are the Jews in the land white? Because our ancestors have failed back in our understanding the knowledge of Israel, where we from, and who we are. These are black people. Let's go to Lamentation. Let's go to Lamentation. Let me show you something here. Lamentations 5. It's all over the Bible, right before Ezekiel, Lamentation, right before Ezekiel. Lamentation 5, verse 1. No, we don't hit that book very often, but you got color in this book too. Lamentation 5, verse 1. Go ahead.
Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us, consider, and behold our reproach.
Because this thing, the slavery that came upon us, it was bad, real bad. Go ahead.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens.
See, this is what happened to the Israelites in the land. Like I read in Obadiah, they shouldn't have touched that. They came in the land and they took our identity. And God said, I'm going to deal with Edom when I get there. I'm going to deal with them. Go ahead.
We are orphans and fatherless.
Go ahead.
Our mothers are as widows.
Who's that talking about? We are orphans and fatherless. Look at the people in the world today. You got women who having babies, leaving them out in the cold weather. They don't know who the child mother is. They are fatherless. Man not taking care of their children. And sometimes the woman don't even know who the father is. He said they are widows. Mothers are as widows. They ain't got nobody to help them. Look at our sisters today. They raising households. Because some of them so strong with them, but some of them won't even let the dad raise them. And some of the dads won't even stand in to be the leader of the household. This are messed up all over the place with us. It's talking about us. Go ahead.
For we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
That's all you should be worried about, how much you gonna pay me. You give me some money, you got their attention. You got no money, you try to give them knowledge, you ain't got their attention. And tell them you're gonna short that 40-hour week to about 20. You got their attention. But tell them about some knowledge, nah, that's all right, I ain't worried about this. And this is stuff that's gonna save you. This is knowledge, these are the oracles that gonna save you, but you just skipping it. I know that. Then somebody asks you to open the book to get it from. You don't even know where to go. Go ahead.
Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest.
That's us. Our necks on the persecution. We riding in the car. The thing you know, we looking back like, police just follow us. Before us in the car. Don't y'all turn. Don't nobody turn back. You got that one to turn back. Now you flip the lights on. Always on the persecution. Walk in the store with your hands in your pocket. They're automatically looking at you like you're going to steal something. Got them locks in your head. Got you dog with a beard, you big. Oh, they're automatically looking at you. You racial profiling you. You're always persecuted. But folks say, man, I want to hear about this right here. And your sons and daughters are being killed in this street. And you only giving them knowledge to protect themselves. How good of a parent are you? Folks talking about they love their kids. You don't love your kids, you don't teach them this. And they Israel, you don't love them. This is our protection, man. Pick it up at 5 again. Go ahead.
Our necks are under persecution.
Yes, sir.
We labor and have no rest.
We ain't got no rest. You ain't got enough money to pay nothing. You got to go to the next week, to the next week, to the next week. We always working. Go ahead.
We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread.
You reading like you trying to understand this? Read the book. Read it. Go ahead, verse 6 again.
We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread.
This is what we do. We always into slavery. Under the Egyptians, that's the African. The Assyrians are the African. Same thing. To be satisfied with bread. We always laboring for another nation. We still laboring. We don't own no banks. We don't own no loan companies. We don't even own the land that we bought our house on. Let you don't pay that tax. That little $1,000 tax. They take it away from you. I'm just talking about us. Go ahead.
Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities.
This is what the iniquity that we have born. We didn't do nothing. Well, I tell you, we didn't do nothing. We just were born into this. But just because you were born into this, that don't mean you're not going to be affected by it. You got to make sure you follow the rules. If your parents put you in this situation, you got to figure out who is the one I need to follow. Make sure my dwellings are easy as possible. It's just like a man going to jail. You don't go to jail to keep getting in trouble. They're like Joseph when he went to jail. He went to jail, he used his gift to be a leader in jail. He understood that one day he might get out. But most of us go to jail, we fighting, stabbing, getting in gangs and everything. I got to protect myself. Ain't nobody thinking about the book of our people. We in there rapping, beating on the walls and everything. See them on Facebook. I like, man, where they getting this from? They got cameras in there singing and rapping and everything in jail. But this is what our fathers have done. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquity. When you're a father or a mother, you don't teach your kids, you make them more sinful. You got to teach them about the book and who they are. Israel. Go ahead.
8. Servants have ruled over us. There was none that doeth deliver us out of their hand.
Ain't nobody gonna deliver us out of their hand. What Jesus said? He said, no man will buy you. I got to deliver you. We ain't gonna dwell safe in this land till we get in Jerusalem when Jesus set up that throne. Stop thinking that you're gonna be treated equal. Get up in the morning with your gloves on to fight. Because you have a bad day, shake it off and keep rolling. But most of them get up, oh, I'm going to have a happy day. Nothing's not going to take down my day. And then, bam, somebody take down your day, you destroy it for the whole week. No. You know it's coming. I know it's coming. So don't set yourself for failure. You know it's coming. Believe me, it's coming. Now, you can walk away from some mess, but it's still going to affect you. Go ahead.
Number 9. We got our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness.
Who is he talking about here? We got our bread by the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Israel, we went in the wilderness for 40 years. This is how we got our bread. What kind of bread we ate? Angels' food, manna. This is talking about us. But you people don't want to know their history. They read a little better when you know who the Israelites are. Go ahead.
Our skin was black.
Wait. Our skin is black? We talking about color here. Our skin is black. Go ahead.
Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine.
Now who we look like? We black like an oven. We look like Christ. We just read about that in Revelation. But this famine, he said, because of the famine of sickness. All this stuff that's going on in the world, they genetically modify this stuff to make us sick. All this medicine, All this dialysis. I use my father for the example when he was sick with dialysis. My father was a dark man like me, but his sickness was so bad, his skin turned like patent leather. Patent leather. I ain't saying it was their fault, but the stuff they were using to get that stuff out of him, it just started turning the skin black and black. I mean, we just famine. Terrible famine. Go ahead.
Verse 11. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids of the cities of Judah.
They ravished the women. Y'all know what that means? Rape. And it's going to come back again. That's why I tell anyone, you better make sure that you are on the right side. You better make sure you're on the right side to protect yourself and understand where you're supposed to be. Because even folks ain't going to give a care about nobody. Go ahead.
Princes are hanged up by their hand. The faces of elders were not honored.
This is what they're doing. The faces of the elder weren't honored. They don't care if you're 70 years old LC. They don't care if you're 60 years old, 50 years old. They'll kill you down to the ground or hurt you. And this thing is going to be vicious in the time of trouble, the great tribulation. This is our history. Go ahead.
They took the young men to grind, and the children fell under the wood.
They took the young men to grind, and the children fell in the wind. Okay. You grinding out there in that field, you die, pick them upside down, keep going. Slavery in the fields. When somebody died of a job, be black, they were anybody. They don't stop the fact, they keep going. They keep going. And most of all, this Israel, when we were serving on these plantations, they were using us like livestock, cattle. Go ahead.
14. The elders have ceased from the gate, and the young men from their music.
Cause ain't nothing to be glad about, singing about. When you see your brothers and sisters on the street being destroyed. Heard. Said the elders have ceased from the gates. Elders you used to go to and talk. They used to go to the elders and talk to them about knowledge. Any type of knowledge. But not today. These cats trying to be young. Me and my mama went out to the club, we had fun, we dancing and all that. My mama, guy was trying to talk to my mom. My mama fine, she looked young and all. Man, what? She should have them behind in the house, taking care of the kids, or try to direct them the right way. Even the dudes, you got young men my age, about 50 years old, sagging their pants. Trying to run some, they call them young tenderonis at my age. Stupid boy, she just getting your money, that's it. You can't keep up with them like that. But this is the wisdom of our older men, and this is how our young men start falling. We ain't got the older men at the gate. No, son, stop doing that. No, daughter, stop doing that. None of that. Go ahead.
The joy of our heart is ceased. Our dance is turned into mourning.
Go ahead.
The crown is fallen from our head. Woe unto us that we have sinned.
He said, the joy of our hearts is ceased. Our dance is turned into mourning. Turn on your news and see what he's talking about in our day. It's sad. I don't want to watch that. No, you need to get a little bit of that news every day. So the crown is falling from our head. What are you talking about? Who is he talking about? The people down there have taken our crown because of our forefathers, because of our foremothers. They ain't teaching these kids nothing. Go ahead.
17. For this our heart is faint. For these things our eyes are dim.
Our eyes are dim. What do you mean by dim? He's just telling you like you just need glasses. You ever see something that just hit you with so much pain, man, just almost like it make you want to faint? Like, man, ain't no way out of this. See, a lot of people ain't never experienced this pain of being incarcerated or somebody just attacking you because of your skin color. I mean, like coming down on you hard, and you can't do nothing about it. Most of us in this room right now have either had somebody looking over them or protecting them. Wait till you get out there and get into it. You'll see what we're talking about. Younger people, go ahead.
18. Because of the mountain of Zion, which is desolate, the foxes walk upon it.
Go ahead.
Thou, O Lord, remainest forever, thy throne from generation to generation.
Yes, sir. The throne always going to be in Jerusalem, not heaven. David's throne is where? What did the angel tell Mary? Your son is going to reign on David's throne. The throne always going to be there. Go ahead.
Wherefore dost thou forget us forever, and forsake us so long time?
Answer my question. Go ahead.
Turn thou us unto thee, O Lord, and we shall be turned. Renew our days as of old.
That's what we're waiting on him, to renew our days of old. No, I don't want to go back to them days right there, not y'all. Man, we had to do all this stuff. We couldn't eat what we want to eat. We had to go to church on a certain day. We had to be off on certain. I said, man, you don't even understand what you just rejected. They doing it today. These young kids out here in the street, they don't care about this at all. They into this world. This is my life. I'm living my best life. That's what they doing now. When you try to tell them about this book, nah, I ain't got time for that. I'm young. You ain't young enough. You ain't so young you can't die. And where you at? Ask Kobe about that. 40 years old. God at least give us 70. Well, he said your days on the earth be short. If you disrespect your mother and your father, you honor them. Do a little history on Kobe and his parents. You'll see. And sometimes the father's sin can be on the kids. Ask David about it. You'll see why his daughter died. That's a hard thing. I'm not just glorifying that at all, but when I read and understand the book, I know it could be possibly that. When you reject God, God said, I'll take you out of here early, too early. Go ahead.
But thou hast utterly rejected us. Thou art very wroth against us.
And this is what God doing right now. He rejecting us because we don't want the knowledge. Let's go to Hosea, last one. Hosea, black history. We show you the blackness in the book. Show you a lot of stuff. Well, Hosea, L.
Right on the other side of that.
All right. You said it. I'm going. Keep this history, young people. Keep it going now. When the old heads die out, we don't know when the Lord coming back. Keep it going in your families now. This is your protection. Hosea chapter 4. Pick it up in verse 1. Go ahead.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Ain't no knowledge in this land of him. If it was a lot of knowledge, this Sabbath class would be full. They'd be standing outside. They had to have service outside. The building would be too small. Go ahead.
By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood.
Ain't that's what's going on today? All of that. Swearing. I swear to God, I put it all on my, everything I put it on God. I get tired of hearing folks do that. This is what they do, lying, killing, stealing. Some of you know, you'll see Israel up there. I just cut one of my clients, man. This joke was just gonna murder somebody. I think I told you, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, boy, I just cut this boy head last week. He was, 2 weeks ago, he was a murderer. Israel. This is what God talking about. Go ahead.
3. Therefore shall the land mourn.
Shall what mourn?
The land mourn.
Ain't the land mourn? Can't even get in your house without locking yourself out. A lot of times, you lock the keys outside the door. You left the keys out there trying to lock the door real quick. I've done that too many times. Go ahead.
Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
Ain't that what happened now? The coronavirus. All of it morning because these people are eating things that God told them not to eat. Because Israel is not teaching. And Israel is not listening. That's why we got all this sickness and disease in the land, because we not teaching the law. Go ahead.
4. Yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priest.
They strive with the preacher. They don't know what he's talking about. Who made him Lord? Who made him Lord? I'm reading out the book, brother. Strive with you. Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou fall in the day.
Who gonna fall? Thou gonna fall. This is our protection. Go ahead.
And the prophets also shall fall with thee in the night,
Mm-hmm.
and I will destroy thy mother.
That's what he did with Israel. He destroyed her. It started in 70 AD. Now he's still destroying a lot of our fathers and prophets today. The ones that call themselves the prophet line, the prophets that lie, he destroying them. He's just talking about good prophets. Go ahead.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Lack of what?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. They destroy. They ain't talking about knowledge of the word, talking about knowledge of this book. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, saying thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
So how this lie they put in the word, God loves everybody. And you don't know the law. You put a gun at the 90% of these people who heads today in the world, and you say, quote me the 10th commandment, 90% of them will die. They don't care about no 10 commandments. Do your own process and everything. Just ask people. That's just the 10 commandments. We ain't talking about all the other laws, the dietary law, the Sabbath laws. No, we ain't talking about all that. We just talking about the 10. Go ahead.
7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
He says, as they were increased, you know how Israel, we get a little knowledge, we think we better than God. We don't read that much no more. When they get knowledge of, get a little school, I'm Dr. So-and-so, I got a degree in this, and I got all these degrees. He says, they increase, so they sin against me. Go ahead.
Therefore will I change their glory into shame.
It's going to become shame, y'all. Go ahead.
They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquities.
And this is always point back to Israel knowing who we are. They eat up the sin of our people. They eat it up. They make merchandise of us. Because they know Israel ain't gonna, whatever is, if you got a grill out there, they don't care what's on the grill, they're gonna eat it. Put alligator tail, they're gonna eat it. Folks think the coronavirus just started over there in the world. It started over here, these over eating roadkill, raccoons, I can't even name all this stuff. So we eat a squirrel. What a squirrel got in there. Man, you ain't got no meat on them squirrel. So we eat all this stuff because our knowledge is gone, our history is gone. He said, let us cut them off from being a nation. And how do you be a nation? You got to have some laws to govern yourself by. But I'm getting ahead of myself anyway. We're going to get more into that. I hope y'all understand the color of Israel and where we came from in our history. We're going to try to do it like a 3 or 4 part series of this. All right. We're going to read the announcements and take up the offering. If anybody got anything to offer,